Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Anybody but a dead body say hello. Anybody but a dead body say hello. I see 5 people in the building. Let me see who in the building. It's all love. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Hello. Hello. I'm up. Smoking and sipping. Anybody in the crew got their brown bag or their cup? If they are, come in and tell me what you sipping on. Tell me what you smoking on. And let's have a conversation. Hazel Eyes, what's up, girl? I'm up here sipping on that Ciroc. Sipping on that Ciroc. Sipping on that Ciroc. About to have to bury one of my dogs. Very, 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 very. I'm supposed to be on the way to New York. Ain't that some crazy shit? Still going. Just can't leave tonight. I'm supposed to be on the way to New York. Things happen mysteriously. I do not do no questioning of God, for real. Things happen mysteriously, but I am okay. Yo, Hazel Eyes, what you doing up so late, girl? What, you at the club or something like that? You at the club? What, you at the club, girl? You out there shaking and baking? Who else is in the motherfucking house? Somebody say hello. We up in here chilling. Say hello. Say hello. And I will say hello back. Simple and plain. We don't do that YouTube shit over here. She said she just got back from Cali. Ain't nothing like a woman that know how to travel. Ain't nothing like a woman that know how to travel. Word up. I'm about to find me a cougar wedding. I'm about to go to the cougar. I'm about to go to cougar.com. I'm about to get me an 85-year-old woman, y'all. Hazel Eyes, I'm about to find me an 85-year-old woman with about $850,000. Yeah. About $750,000. 800,000, 727,000, 1431. That's a fact. I said, who was going to come up tonight and do some sipping with Big Dice? We got 7 in the building. Who is going to come out tonight and do some sipping with Big Dice? That's a fact, Hazel Eyes. I'm about to go get me a goddamn cougar. Wow. No, there ain't no goddamn cougar. I'm about to go get me a motherfucking dinosaur because I'm a cougar. I'm in the cougar age. If I'm 50, I'm a man, but you know. I want to get me a goddamn dinosaur, nigga, a fucking saber-toothed tiger or something. You know, one of the motherfuckers used to put Fred Flintstone in front of the motherfucking house, you know? Motherfucker with no teeth. I don't want to have no teeth in front of my mouth. I don't give a fuck. And I'm a rocker like a brand new pair of Pumas. I'm a rocker like a brand new pair of Pumas. That's a rhinoceros. You know, I need a dinosaur. I need some ancient shit. Whatever happened to the old school women? You dig what I'm saying? Any old school women in the building? Good God Almighty. You know the motherfuckers that'll make a sandwich, fuck you to sleep, put the cover over you. You all right, baby? And wake you up in the morning to go to work? Where them bitches at? Excuse me, where are them women at? I ain't using the word bitch no more. Where are those women at? This drink's for you, man. Shout out to all the women that know how to roll a blunt and fry chicken. If you can roll a blunt and fry chicken, what? Shout out to all the women that can roll a blunt, fried chicken, and know how to open a Heineken with a motherfucking big lighter. Where the women that know how to open a motherfucking Heineken with a big lighter? That's them gangsters. Where they at? Is any of them around? Jesus, let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. Hold these expensive clothes like was that smart? Now they uploading they clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said that someone's catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
She says, shout out to the people who can open a Heineken or a Corona bottle with their teeth. Good God Almighty. That's a gangster right there. New York Nikki in the building. She's up. She must be drinking too. I'm drinking. I'm drinking too. I'm waiting for Big Wolf to go to the upper room. To the upper room. But he is 14 years old, human years. So 10 times 7, you know what I'm saying? 70, 14, 7, 14, 21, 28, 70, 80. He's 98 years old. 98 years old. He's 98 years old. 98 years old. And the poor thing, he died a virgin. He's going to die a virgin. Ain't that some shit? Make sure if there's any virgins out there, get you some loving, male or female, before you leave here, because that's something that's just not the way to leave. You know what I'm saying? Just leave the world. Don't even know what it's like. You don't know what nothing feel like. Bad enough to the people that pass away without going to White Castles. But to die a virgin, that's some real disrespectful shit. But then again, who knows? Who knows? Maybe if some of us didn't have sex, we'd probably have better judgment in life. I'm telling you, somebody better get that nigga Puff out that goddamn liquor store, because this nigga, that damn Ciroc, whoo, that shit go with everything. That shit go with apple juice, pineapple juice, Kool-Aid, Coca-Cola, everything. Cranberry juice, Gatorade, Mountain Dew. That shit is just smooth. That shit is just smooth. Word up. I shouldn't have got him shit. You know, when you put a boy dog and a girl dog together, you get too many goddamn puppies. That's the problem with Zeus. Do you know Zeus is responsible? Zeus has fathered over 70 plus puppies. That's why his hip fucked up right now. That's why his hip fucked up right now. 70 plus puppies. I think I'm gonna do a show. I forgot the name of the African. It was an African. It was an African slave. True story. It was an African slave that was used specifically back in the days to breed. They say he died when he was like 100 and something years old. They said when he died, he fathered over 400 children. That's a hell of a motherfucking child support tab right there. Mm-hmm. I know niggas can't pay for one kid on child support. Just imagine 400. God bless the dead. I had a cousin named Fred. He paid $50 a month, and he seemed like that shit was killing him. See, in North Carolina, if you ain't got no job, they make you pay $50 a month, $12.50 a week. I've heard people down here in the South, I've heard niggas say this shit out their mouth. I don't give a fuck if she take me to child support. I ain't got no job. They can't take nothing from what they don't got. See, that's the ignorant, most stupidest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. That's a fact, Hazel Eyes. If a woman takes her baby father to child support court in North Carolina, it's $50 per child if he is not employed. $50 fucking dollars, $12.50 a week. $12.50 a week, y'all. $50. But see, a lot of them dumbass niggas be saying, fuck that bullshit. Don't you know, if you don't have a job, the only thing that the state can administer you to pay is $50 a month. That don't mean that's what you owe. See, a lot of them niggas be thinking because they pay that $50 a month, they're in the red. No. See, first of all, if you pay $50 a month, this might be like about maybe $200 to $700 a month, pertaining on the job that you get and you hold more than 2 years. That's how they're going to base your child support in North Carolina. And then when you get a job down here, I got a cousin down here by the name of Tommy Jr., Thomas McDowell. I'm saying his name, Thomas McDowell Jr. I'm saying his name because he's a deadbeat dad. Yes, Tommy, you the donkey dad of the day, baby. Thomas McDowell Jr. This nigga, he quits his jobs the minute they start taking child support out of his checks. This nigga's crazy. It's my cousin too. Holy smokes, Batman. The minute they start deducting, see out down here, they'll get your ass. Go to work at Olsen Child Support. See, he thought because he left New York and came down here, that shit was gonna get away from him. Nah. Them niggas fucked him up so bad. That nigga went to apply for a motherfucking driver's license. They told that nigga, if you can't pay your child support, you don't deserve a driver's license. Facts. Smash the like button for that. If you do not pay your child support in North Carolina, they will revoke your motherfucking driver's license. They got some shit now where if you drink too much, if you're a goddamn drunk, they only give you a license to go to work. Ain't that some shit? See, down here, they don't got nothing to do except drink. Drink, and drink again. I got a cousin. He drinks so much, he got that shit you got to blow when you get in the car. You got to take a breathalyzer every motherfucking time to start your car. And he still get drunk. And you know what people do? He'll call people to the car and give them $10 or $20 to blow so he can start his car. Incredible. See, but down here, Hazel Wise said, these women not at all don't realize that if they get welfare, your baby daddy, or you have to pay that back. See, in North Carolina, let me tell you the stipulations of North Carolina. See, they got something that's in favor for the women. Unfortunately, some of the women manipulate this to their advantage, but I think this should be in effect for all women, all jokes aside. In North Carolina, if you have to go apply for Medicare for your child, the father is automatically put on child support. Yo, that man is surgical with this shit. Behind the bars in the building. Yo, if y'all didn't see that last one he did, like my man said, hit that Cash App. Let me get $2. He said it only cost you $2, y'all. Brooklyn, 170 dice. Let me get $2. Yo, behind the bar, I got to steal that one. That was ingenious. I got to steal that shit. That was ingenious. My man said, check this out. If you hit them likes and give me $2, just $2. Fuck is $2. Hit that like button. Boom. Cheers to you behind the bar, baby. Sipping on that Ciroc this morning, man. I'm waiting for my dog to die. Got to bury a dog in the morning. Shout out to my man behind the bar. I'm going to hit you up on a DM, son. You're going to teach me that shit, man, because you surgical with that shit. Yo, Nikki, I don't know if you saw that shit he did called the Coon of the Year Award, y'all. I ain't throwing no shots at nobody. You know, I ain't into that bullshit. But when I'm talking about when it comes to putting together a motherfucking video, that nigga behind the bar is something special, y'all. See, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be entertainment. Supposed to be entertainment. Supposed to be entertainment. Like he said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Jah Rastafari to blood clot. Jah. It's only $2. It's only $2. Come on, man. But you know what I like about behind the bar? My grandmother always told me this. She said, baby, a smart person can play dumb, but a dumb person can't play smart. Hit the bar for that. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. A smart person can play dumb, but a dumb person cannot play smart to blood clot. Hazel Wise, he said he need that $2. Y'all know I don't even be. I sent the cash app. You know I cash. If I cashed apped him, I'm fucking with him. Ja. You know why I'm fucking with him? Because the streets don't love us, man. Shout out to Jaffa.
The streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me. Yeah. The streets ain't never loved me. Yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried. Tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly. My phone, they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah. You know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sip of my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that, loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me. Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my foreign they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger seat when they tried to fold me. Remind me of my gun, that was real shit, this real spit. Rocks I was selling was smacking them, call it Will Smith. I ain't never told and never folded under pressure. Yeah, them Neek was in that ambulance with me, he was on that stretcher. Niggas tried to take my life, I couldn't tell you who. Many men might not make it, I'm here to tell the truth. Me and Jop, that's my brother, you know we moving tight. Brown boys fuck with the family and I'ma get them that. This my testimony, solid, all the rest is phony. Merrick niggas come at the fam and send your best opponent. I was stabbed, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. I know this.
The streets never loved me. I was locked, I was charged with some shit I never did, nigga. Cause the streets never loved me. What? That song that bring tears out my fucking eyes, man. He said, these niggas bitter. What? Come on, man. That nigga went crazy, man. He said, they said they love you, but they hate you on the low. Did you hear that line, y'all? They said they love you, but they hate you on the low. Let me see if that's my man right there and they ain't trying to porn harm me. Let me see, that's you. Oh, yeah, that's you. What, my youth?
Well, I'm superstar.
Big man, Dr. Blood Clot.
Medea, Bedroom. Medea. Boy. What's going on, man?
Pleasure to have you up here, man. Just trying to get some vibes. I'm sitting up, got to bury a dog, son, in about, I don't know when God gonna call her, but 14 years old, I'm just waiting for him to go.
Man, that's a long, beautiful life for a dog, man. But either way it go, you know what I mean? A dog is a part of the family at the end of the day, man. So, you know, even though she's not gone yet, when it's time to go, man, my condolences, for real.
Word up. Yo, son, you a master with that shit, bro.
Man, listen, man. You know, it is what it is, man. It's about what I've been doing for like good 5 years on YouTube, man. You know, I'm just now starting to get a little, you know, recognition out here. But, you know, I definitely appreciate the compliment, man. I work hard on my content.
You know what? I could talk to you about this because you got some sense. Not too many people got too much sense, no much logical sense every day, right?
Facts.
YouTube, to me, I've been really, like, I've been hurting over this shit, bro. Hazel Eyes, I see you. I've been bugging out over this, bro. Like, we all supposed to be adults. It's supposed to be entertainment. You dig what I'm saying? When does it turn into war?
Hold up. Wait a minute.
When did it turn into
First
war?
of all, hi, behind the bars.
How you doing?
I want to know what you
I can't
talking
hear you,
about
girl.
because you already know.
You got to get a better
fuck
phone.
with
Let me
you
find out I
all-
got to cash out you some money.
Who you talking about? Me? I'm on
I
an
need some
iPad.
volume.
You don't need to cash at me anything.
I'm
'cause-
fucking with you, Hazel. I can't hear you.
Oh, hold on. Give me a second. You hear me
Oh, that
now?
Brooklyn came out of her. Y'all heard that. You don't have to cash out me anything.
Right. I'm great.
I know
But-
that's right. You know I know, girl.
Behind the bars.
I can hear her clearly though. I can hear her. Dice.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
So I need to know when do we have a problem because you know the last time I remember me being on you was like, oh, Hazel Eyes in the building, cash at me such and such, and I cash at you like $50.
Oh,
I don't.
let me get $4.70.
All right, hold on, but I gotta make this clear first because I don't do no YouTube people. I'm not in no like
Can I respond to you or you gonna keep on talking?
Yeah, keep on talking.
Okay, where in this comment did I say that you and I have an issue? That's the
No, you didn't say that we had an issue, but you was like, I stopped supporting you, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
I only speak facts. I haven't seen you on my channel in at least 2 years. Why are you offended by the facts?
I'm not because I don't be in like the chats like that.
Yes, you do. You be in other chats, but you could lie, but that's fine.
I do, but if you see my stuff, I'm always in your chats and I'm always liking your stuff. And
You haven't been in my chat in over 2 years. Unless you can post the receipts, I'll cash app you $100.
Okay, I can't. I
Want
don't do
it,
all of
want
that
it,
YouTube
can't
stuff.
get it.
But I can
Get
tell
it, get
you
it, no want it.
I can't stand you. You know I fuck with you, and I'm gonna definitely. You know I gotta cash up you because you get on my nerves.
Pink
And
Sugar is
people-
your friend. That's how I know you through Pink Sugar. And Pink Sugar been supporting me for 5 years. And
Let me tell you, and that's the home team, of course, definitely. But that's how I know about you because of Pink Sugar. Because before that, I didn't even, she always, you know how loyal she is, and she's always pinning, when somebody's going live or anything. So I haven't been getting those messages. So I haven't been really, and I teach. I have a lot of things going on.
I know you. I
but
know a little bit about
do-
you. I know you're a teacher and all that. So
Right,
to you,
but I do be in people chats, and like I try to support a lot of the people that basically, and I don't do cash apps and stuff like that unless
I ain't talking about a cash app. I'm just talking about
I'm
I
not
haven't
talking
seen you
about
in my
you.
chat in about 2 years. The facts is the facts. There's nothing you can argue about if it's a fact.
Oh, I got the Cash App balance going across the bottom now. I'm about to get some of this money. Y'all gonna give me some of this paper.
Well,
For real.
you're gonna see me.
But Hazel, I'm not mad at you, Hazel. I don't think that's why we have to speak to each
That's
other.
why I was like, wait a minute, do we feel like I'm
No,
just
that's
not
why
being
it's good
in
to
your
speak
chat?
to each other vocally so we can hear each other's voices. Like people be reading texts and they assume like it's from an attitude like standpoint, but I'm not upset.
Right.
Like I'm just being real with you. Like you saying hi to me in chats. I'm like, why are you saying hi to me if you really don't, come by anymore and really support me? Like that's fake to me.
Well, I'm going to make sure that every time I'm in your chat, that I'm gonna say hi to you and I'm gonna
I'm
shout you
thinking,
out
hold up,
because
hold up. Let me
usually,
intervene.
no,
Hazel
because
Eyes.
usually when
Hazel
I'm
Eyes, I think
listening,
you did it to him. I think them eyes got him. I think them eyes
uh-uh.
got him.
No, but
The
usually,
man
like
them
when I'm
never said nothing
listening,
about no money. He said he want to see you, your presence. He want to
Facts.
see you
right?
chat.
Okay,
Facts.
got you.
Want to see you type. He love your energy. You know, see me.
Facts. Talk to her, Dice.
You know, see me. The man them never said nothing about no money.
Brooklyn
The man them
shit,
Not
never
a
said he
Brooklyn
dollar.
want
shit,
to see you. He
Brooklyn.
want to
Okay,
see
I
you.
got you. I got you.
He want you to be dead at best.
Okay, I got you. I'm. Listen, I got you. The message is clear, and you're gonna see me up in there. So
I
I'm
appreciate
definitely
it.
here. And I
Appreciate it.
just wanted you to know that I'm like, what? I don't know about nothing else, but I'm always there, and I'm like the person that's in the bushes. I'm always smashing the like button and everything like that. But I'm gonna make myself more visible. So
Sounds
thank
good,
you for
man.
calling me out on that because I guess I needed that.
That's it. That's all it is, and not even no disrespectful type stuff. I'm like, damn. I was wondering if maybe I had done something on my channel that you may felt as though like it was offensive,
No,
but I definitely never spoke to you negatively about. I never spoke to you in ill will on my channel at all. I'm sorry. I'm drinking, Dice. I'm drinking.
Me
uh,
too. Me too.
hello. That's what we do.
That's what we doing. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Tap that like button. Womp, womp, womp.
Wednesday is my last day of school. Like I'm done. Like
Oh, that's what's
we on
up.
vacation. But I'm gonna be in the chat. So
Dang, they ended school late where you are. My kids been out of school.
I know, New York is always late with everything. And then
That's
we
crazy.
start you guys start back early because our kids they start back September 20. Well, this year they start back, September 28th. So
Oh, that explains it. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna see you behind the bars.
All right, man. Thank you. I see
All
you
right.
around.
Y'all
Yep.
have a good night, guys.
Power
Later.
to the people. Revolution.
Yeah, but I just came on here to say what up, man. I don't think I ever hit your panel before, but you know, what I mean, I think that interview, like, it was an improv interview that you and I did. It wasn't really an interview, but it felt like an interview. You know what I mean? Because
Oh,
the
we can do it
conversation,
again. I like yo. All jokes aside, we can do it. We can definitely. I'll be honored, bro. All jokes aside, whenever you get some time, just hit me up. I'm definitely with that.
respectfully, I don't think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? The reason I say that is because, man, like, you know, if I was to interview you right now, it'll put like this. It,
Oh, copy. I overstand.
it's too hot right now. You know what I mean?
I
It's too
copy.
hot right
Yeah,
now,
we
and I
want
don't
it
want
on
to
a
put.
journalistic print. That's right. That's a
Not
fact.
even that. Not even that. I don't want to put you in a position of awkwardness. You know what I mean? Like you can understand. You can read between the lines right now.
Yo,
You
you
know what
want
I
to hear
mean?
something funny, my dude?
What
You
up?
know what YouTube showed me, bro? It took
What
me
up?
50 years and some months. It's really like I'm a duck right now, man. That shit is like rolling off my feathers, my nigga. Like
Okay.
it really doesn't. The shit don't. Yo, bro, think about this. I used to have this attitude, like if somebody said my mother's name, I'm ready to go to jail.
Right.
The nigga Roski put my mom's picture up. Shout out to Roski. I don't really give a fuck about that shit, my dude. Like, you know what I learned, man? Like from the people, you know what it is from the era we came up in, and the respect that was earned. It wasn't just given. You had to earn that shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And I noticed on YouTube, anybody can be anybody they want to up here. They can be Captain Crunch, Little Richard, David Dinkins, Donald Trump. I'm just trying to be me. You know what I'm saying?
Something that we said during our conversation. I don't want to call it an interview. During our conversation, one thing I asked you to repeat yourself is when you said they can't do nothing to me. I said repeat
Nothing.
that one more time. You said they can't do
Nothing.
nothing to me. You even quoted Psalms 23. You know,
Facts.
the Lord is my shepherd. You know what I mean? And you know how you quoted that, and I was just breaking down to you, man. 99.9% of the shit that you see on this app is all
Hey,
fake, and that's why I make it clear on my channel. I make it clear. Something that you said just now while I was in the chat, it was like, "Yo, behind the bar knows how to make it entertaining."
that's
I'm
right.
here on my show, even though don't get it twisted. When I post, what I post is never a lie. It's everything I'm showing proof about what
Facts.
I'm saying, but I'm gonna do it in a manner of comedy. You know what I mean? We're gonna laugh at our own selves of the shit that we do on YouTube. You know what I mean? And you know, it is what it is. I don't never come on. I'm not on YouTube, and I don't portray to be any type of gangster, gang member,
Facts.
prison guy. I'm gonna be honest with you, Dice. I'm a truck driver, bro. Dice.
Ain't
I
nothing
never
wrong with that.
I never been to prison before, Dice. Dice, guess what? I'm not in the
That's an
gang,
honor,
Dice.
brother.
I'm just me, Dice. You know what I mean?
That's an
That's it.
honor.
That's it. But sometimes guess what? Just the melanin in our skin, we always look at each other as we some type of street guy, gangster. We gotta be that. If we not that, we not cool. This, that, and the third. Everybody want to come on YouTube and be a freaking gangster. I come on here straight up, man. Listen, yo, I'm Dice. I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, Dice. I'm a YouTuber. You know what I mean? And whoever take it any other way than what it is, then it is what it is. That's on them. But I'm on here making content, trying to build my channel. And sometimes if some shit goes on YouTube that I want to make a topic about, that's my prerogative. And nobody's gonna tell me that I can't. Period.
Facts.
And as long as you're learning right now fast, because it seems like you're learning fast as far as what's going on. And I wish I could have maybe before you started doing certain things online as far as posting personal things.
Yes,
I
sir.
know you love your mama and God rest her soul, and you want to be proud of your mama and make her her name live on. I understand that. You know what I mean? God bless your mother. But unfortunately, in this particular sector, people will use that against you to try to hurt you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
this ain't the platform for it. But I can't tell you what to do. I can't tell you, though, Dice, don't post your mother, because if that brings comfort to you and you want to show the world and how proud you are of that lady that raised you, God bless you. But I will tell you, there will be people out there that will use it and troll against you and violate her and put all types of emojis around her mouth to get you upset, because they don't
That's
give
right.
a fuck, because this is the internet. But if you look at that as somebody that's just, and I'm not talking about Roscoe, I want to make that clear. You know what I
In
mean?
general.
I'm just saying in general. If you look at that and see somebody do something to violate your mother, and you can look at it and not make it affect you personally to the point where you looking up addies and trying to kill the nigga, you're gonna survive in these YouTube streets. Now, if you end up loading up the cannon and looking for niggas and shit like that online, my nigga, the next 50 years you'll be in prison. You know?
You want to hear something funny? It's your
They're
law.
gonna tell on
This
you,
is why I
man.
came here. I didn't understand why I came. I'm so sincere right now. I never came up here talking about no cash apps, none of that bullshit. I did a cash app one time for somebody in our chat that was in need, and we sent it to them. But God sent me here for a reason. I never knew why. But I understood, because certain things never ever happened to me in my life. Like certain things of disrespect to certain levels. Like I've been spoke to sternly. I've had people try to address me about certain things. I've tried to address people about certain things, and whatever happened, happened. So I'm not saying I'm tougher than nobody, but on YouTube, bro, some shit has been said, brother. But then when I look back at it, inshallah, who are we not to be tested? Like, this is what I needed, bro. I needed all of this to grow up.
Yeah.
For real. The devil had me go. I was fucked up, bro. And I couldn't beat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I tell everybody this. The devil had me so fucked up. I couldn't win. He had me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And when I gave up and said, you know what, God, if you really care for me, come get me. It's just like he snatched me back.
Wow.
For real.
Yeah.
After my mother left here, I was on a death wish. I can't even express on YouTube the things I did after my mother left here.
Wow.
And God, like I said, that's why Footprints is one of my favorite quotes. Because when I thought he was giving up on me, like he said, he only seen one set of footprints. God laughed and chuckled and said, it was the only reason why you saw one set of footprints, because that's when I was carrying.
Right.
And that's the way I live it.
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on. But as far as you saying about an interview, it's solely based upon you. Like let me just tell you, let me give you some advice. And excuse me slurring, my nigga. I'm sipping, but
I'm sipping right now. I'm sipping and smoking. You ain't read the title? Let's go.
Okay. So
Bring
with
your
that
own
being
brown
said,
bag.
I mean, whenever you're ready, you hit me up on the back end and we can figure out a date or whatever. But just know, you have to be ready for an interview, because when I interview people, as you probably noticed by now, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Like, that's why artists mad at me right now. You know what I mean? The guy begged me for an interview. Trust me, I answer all questions and da 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 da. So when I gave him that pre-interview, he didn't like the backlash and how everything happened and how I kept it 100 with you, and even, you know, not to get too in detail, but you know, he's still basically trying to pretend like, you know, you know, with the address situation, and I'm telling you, and you ain't got to respond to this, but I believe you over him, but he's still
Bro,
sitting on the
I'm
square.
glad you said that. And I say it again on the Big Dice Chronicles. Like I said, you know what I noticed, and I say it again, and I'm glad that I have witnesses that can attest for what I'm saying. I never in my life said, yo, check this out. This is Compa's address.
I believe it. I believe it.
That's on my beautiful mother.
You ain't even gotta say, you ain't even gotta even break that down. I believe you, bro.
What I said to him, and I say it again, is number one, yes, I was mad at my man. Number two, my man texted some things to me, the ball, that to this day, I guess I'm just gonna go to my grave not understanding. I don't even care that he said it, tell you the truth. I want to know what I did to upset my friend. I don't know if people really understand that shit. I don't even care what he said no more. It's like if I did something that would enrage somebody that I care about deeply, to say something to intentionally hurt me like that, I want to just forget about that and get to the fact of what I did. I want to correct that wrong first. I don't know, maybe I'm just bugging, but that's just the truth.
All right.
I miss him so much like that. And that shit is so sad. Like I told artists, I was like, yo, bro, why would you tell a part of the conversation? Don't get it twisted. Anything I've said once, I say it again. That's upon death, inshallah. You dig what I'm saying? But don't make it seem like I'm just this bad person. Let me tell you something. If anybody really want to know something, I did a story. Shout out to my man St. Laz. I got like 8 stories on St. Laz. One of them made World Star. But I did one called Money is the Root to All Evil about one of my best friends when he lined me up for money.
You talking about the kidnapping situation?
No. This is about my friend named Wilbert.
Okay.
Make a long story short, I helped him get a lawsuit on a block that we had on Schenectady and Sterling. These is facts. Like we took that allegedly to another level, and he was never aggressive. I always took him under the wing. People manipulated him like in fear. Like it's like me and him spoke about this years after, and he said to me with tears in his eyes, he said, I was scared that they was gonna kill me. And I said, I just wish you would have told me. But the reason why I love him, the reason why I genuinely love him is if I was dealing with somebody in the street that really been through them things with like with war, niggas be talking that shit to the bar, but they ain't never heard them whistles, niggas shooting at them and shooting back and getting behind green dumpsters and car alarms going. Niggas ain't never been through that. So since he never been through that, inshallah, my God told me to overstand. He wasn't prepared to even talk to me, much less go to war with me about something. It just hurt me the way it whole came out. And if you listen to the show, I had him one night. I had him like a fresh spliff in my hand. And I couldn't do nothing to him. Even though he gave people guns that he know wanted to kill me, he gave them guns to kill me. Do I think he gave them guns and said, yo, go kill Dice? No. But the people that he put guns in their hands, they knew who I was at one particular time. So either I would have killed one of them or they would have killed me. So to know one of my friends armed them and particularly could have assisted them to me going to jail or going to heaven or hell, it kind of broke my heart. You dig? So as far as hurting a friend, that's my problem, my heart. I never said, yo, check this out. This is the address and I'm going to send some. First of all, if anybody know me, like I said, I've never been behind the avatar unless people be behind the avatars. Like this ain't nothing I'm proud of, but this is something I stand on. I ain't never lined nobody up. I ain't never been no sucker. You dig? I never did nothing like that. What I said to artists was, and I say it again, I told artists Compa's address. If I wanted to do something, I tell artists, why haven't I been there? Why didn't I go there? I said, I love him. I said, it just hurt me that one day he texted me and said some things about my mother. And he said, I quote, about a gun. And my response just being angry and aggravated. Well, you know what, my nigga? We all got guns. And I said, anybody around you, in particular, that walks up on me and you about our beat, I'm gonna defend myself. I couldn't never hurt him. You dig what I'm saying? Friends fight, but as far as weapons and all that, nah. That's why I try to tell people, anybody on YouTube that may be upset, some of the things that he may have said, Comp was going through a lot of shit that people don't know about. And to me, that was just a cry out for help. And the reason why I'm not upset with artists is because shout out to my man Tube Chronicles. He said, yo, Dice, you got to really go back and start looking at these podcasts. I used to be on YouTube watching web series. I ain't the type of dude to watch a man. I watch no man. I cheat you man. I don't do that. You dig what I'm saying? So when I started paying attention to something, I noticed a pattern. I noticed a pattern with certain people. When they feel as though someone has a certain light or gravitation to them, they will find some reason to say, rah. But then when they're saying rah, indirectly they're saying, could you at least let me be a part of your light because you got a glow? People are mad at me because I made 1,000 subscribers before 6 months. Like that was a big thing too. How you get that? Why did he do that? Because when I had people that I told I was coming on YouTube, they told me they don't want to hear about God. I was told continuously. If you watch my first show, I laughed because people told me they don't want to hear about God. And I said, that's a lie. Because I know what I've been through. And shit, I want to hear about God. I just want it to be real. So that's what the confused admiration comes from. Because as far as saying I did something to somebody, no. But if somebody was upset to the fact where they felt as though I didn't care about comp or they wanted to make 100,000 videos, me personally, I say this right now, all of that to me was done because of views. I don't care who takes it the wrong way. Everybody that did that capitalized off the fact that my friend is no longer here. If you check out my titles from when Compa was gone, it hurt me so bad I'm not going live no more. I said I'm not going live till my man get 1,000. Only thing I did was going to my community, and I was keeping people aware that he was close. Even when he got to 995, I said, come on, y'all, we do 5 more. So the people that really know me in real life, Hazel Eyes, she know me. Meek, a few people that be coming in here know me in real life. Nah, my sincerity is different. I don't really do the theatrical shit. I stand on law. Just because me and you don't agree don't mean I'm supposed to hate you. And my heart is so pure. My love is pure for somebody that hate me. Like my love is stronger than somebody hate for me, because usually if somebody's upset with me, they're upset with me because I don't allow them to come into my circle. I ain't fucking nobody broad. I'm not crossing nobody. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I don't even want to mingle with too many people.
I'm glad you said that. That's one of the most important things you have to learn on YouTube. Besides the people that you know outside of YouTube and you met in real life, either before or during YouTube, and you felt a vibe, until I could shake hands and sit down at a table with somebody in real life and shit like that and do real life shit with somebody, ain't no friends on YouTube, man. And that's the biggest mistake people make. They come on YouTube looking for friends and not realizing that most of these content creators will use you for content eventually. You'll talk to them behind the scenes and tell them your most intimate, private, things that's going on in your life, for them to later on, when they get upset with you, use it against you. So I always warn people, man, do content creators, bro.
Can I show you something about me?
What's that?
You know why people are upset with me now?
What's that?
When it comes to Wax AP, that's my motherfucking man. That's my brother.
Shout out to Wax. Shout out to him.
And unfortunately, it took a YouTuber by the name of Beaver Valley. It took a YouTuber by the name of Beaver Valley to say, Dice, if you paid that man back last month, why y'all arguing this week? Because he got around somebody that was upset about our relationship. And I'm glad I keep this right here, because if you see that right there, what that say? $150, right?
All right.
$150 plus $850 cash I gave him is $1,000, right?
Right. Yep, that's right.
And I owed him $7,000, he said, right?
Right.
Look at the date, May 22nd, right?
Right.
What that say right there?
Yeah, you already showed that on a couple of shows ago. I seen it.
But for some people, You know what? That's why I like your style. Some people seen that show, but to this day said I took number one. This if I didn't show people on YouTube one thing, I showed them two things. I'm a man and I am my brother's keeper. I said this on my shows. This is what really fucked up YouTube. Number one, me and Wax just built the rapport together. Beautiful rapport. Beautiful rapport. I don't know about anything with anybody else. I'm talking about me and him. So if me and him come together with a Ralph Cramden and an Ed Norton scheme, because of the disappointment and the things that he's been through before me, because of the disappointment and the things I've been through before him, if it would have been vice versa, I would have felt the same way. And because of my aggravation, I might have came to YouTube and did the same thing. If you listen to what Rack said in his video, he didn't say, yo, that nigga's a bitch ass nigga. He didn't say that nigga's a punk. He was like, yo, he did some grimy shit. I fuck with him. Because of something somebody else told him.
Yes, a lot of that going on.
When we caught that person on a three-way phone, you hear me, Mayu? You know, I'm from that era. Fuck all that bullshit. I ain't one of them people to tell you, yo, this and that, and then say, don't say my name. Say my name upon death, because I stand on it. And then when that whole situation was rectified, he sent me a picture. He said, yo, put this picture in your thumbnail. There was a picture of him with a pirate. Everybody thought when they saw that I was going to get up there and I guess and flip who I was and how I felt about him, because I told people from day one, that's my brother. He had every right to be upset. His wife had every right to be concerned. Every right. Because of the disappointment. I said, but look who I was proved to be. I said, one day, I don't know when, but me and my man is going to be on live and y'all going to go crazy over that. And look what happened.
Right.
Look what happened.
Right.
Look what happened. People nobody from Team Guardian got upset with it. The whole Team Guardian was like, that's beautiful. Everybody else got a problem. First of all, when two people are, let me tell you something. Shotters, you know what I'm saying? Shotters have to reason. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't reason, you turn a duppy.
And not everything has to happen on this app as far as a conversation is concerned. People get so confused between real life and content. Everything, like a new content creator will always want to make everything content. Not everything needs to be the content. Sometimes you got to talk to each other behind the scenes and make a phone call to be able to rectify the situation. Because if you do this online, all you doing is feeding the trolls. And a troll's job is to divide and destroy and conquer and cause confusion and mayhem. That's their job. And if you allow people to come there, gaslight and manipulate and get in one person's ear, then a troll job is even to get other people that's around y'all to try to instigate a situation. A lot of times, everything ain't got to be posted online. And shout out to Wax AP. But even with him, if I could give him some advice, I'd be like, yo, bro, everything not on it. You ain't got to record everything live. Because once it's live, even if you take the live down, somebody got it screen recorded. Somebody got it downloaded. You know what I mean? You don't have to make this whole thing your life. You know what I mean? Because it will get you in some trouble. Like when Shaw 120 did what he did and pulled the shit out of it, like, that's crazy to me, my nigga. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? But I can't tell grown men what to do. People gonna do what they're gonna do. But just know, like, yo, this YouTube shit, man, everybody be on here, including the
But you know what they didn't talk about? Oh, no, they did talk about that. Shout out to Wax. He did talk about. You want to hear some funny shit they didn't want to make content about?
What's that?
I was on the phone with his mother at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
I was on the phone with him and his moms. Him from the county and his moms. The Bells Bonds with my cousin. Him from the county and his moms. The only reason why he didn't get out the first night is because they had to get an ankle monitor. People don't know the truth.
Right.
And then when they ain't let him go, it was me that called the Jew lawyer. His mother would tell you that.
Right.
And when he came here, he was about to flip because of some things that was going on. What I told him was he'd come up on a live and do it if I'm lying. I said, my nigga, long as me and you all right, I don't give a fuck about that YouTube shit, my nigga. My heart is purer than anything else. That's my problem. But I'm going to stand on that. That's why I said if you did the interview, as far as your articulation, I have no problem answering no question. You see, when I went on DJ Velo, like a few people told me, they said, yo, Dice, you walked into an ambush. But you know what? My truth is my God. So I'm Daniel in the lion's den, my nigga. I'm chilling with the lions, my nigga. But I bet you can't come get me away from them lions.
Okay. I didn't even know you did an interview with him. I didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
went over there because of my heart and my truth. Like everything, like something you said, I've always said. There are things that being said on YouTube. Everything, if you go back to my first live to right now, I've never said no lie. I love God. I love my family. I'm trying to get back right because I done been through some horrific shit. I don't even know how to love the way I want to. I'm scared. Egos are created by insecurities and fears. I'm just trying to learn minds and deal with my demons because I got minds under control. That's why I tell people, keep throwing rocks at me. It don't bother me. Who am I not to be tested? I need to know that I got this shit beat. I don't care about talking about my mother. Talk about my grandmother. Talk about my son. I wouldn't give a fuck. You know why? Because it would never be done in front of my face. People don't know the people that I talk to in the background where I beg them, if you really love me, laugh with me instead of going to jail and making me cry over you.
Exactly. 'Cause that's the first thing that's going to happen is you will, they will report your ass. All that tough guy, everybody macho on this motherfucker. Tell you one thing, you know what I mean? They'll be the first to call the cops on your ass if you pull up at their front door. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's the truth. I've seen it happen far too many times on this shit. I'm from different sectors where somebody pull up at somebody's address, and guess what? All that person that was popping that shit on the other end, they calling 911 on your ass. Facts. Pressing charges.
If I
Yep.
come from my house, listen to what I'm saying to you, and come to your house, right? Check what I'm saying to you. This is the first sign of a mental illness. This is
Absolutely.
the
100%.
first sign I'm calling out for help. Oh, I want to die. A lot of people want to go to heaven, but they don't want to kill themselves.
Preach.
I was raised by the Gully Men from Schenectady and Sterling. My man Barry, Eric Vasco, they did a documentary on him on YouTube. He just did 33 and a half years, stood tall and came home. I'm from a different era, man.
Yep. People, because I heard you say you're 50. I think you said you're 50 or 51. Yeah,
Just turned 50, September the 10th.
You're definitely not from this internet era at all. I'm barely from this internet era, but I just now got to that. Like, I'm right there at that borderline. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're absolutely right as far as what's going on the internet. And like you said at the beginning of this live, you know what I mean? How you laugh it off now and shit like that.
And
With
I
that
genuinely
mentality,
really laugh. It's not a fake, like, how sometimes people laugh, but inside they bitter. Yo, it's a sincere giggle. Like, number one, on some real shit, I'm not trying to toot my horn. A nigga got to be crazy for some of the shit niggas done said to me to say to me.
And most of the time, it's not even true most of the time. And that's when you really got to
it's
laugh.
not even about that. It's not even, see that part, we don't even count. Yeah, I'm from a different era. Bottom line. Let me explain it to you. But to say that shit to me, yeah, you got to be insane.
And you said something important. You said they won't say that to you in your real life, in your face. They
Never.
cannot do that.
Never.
No.
Never.
So you know what that means? It's not real. Not real. Yeah. Imagine somebody come to you, one of these internet niggas come to you and violate your mom verbally out their mouth in front of your face to face. They're not going to do it.
Some funny shit. Are you ready for this?
What's
You
up?
might fall off. I want you to pour a shot for this.
Go ahead.
Even though I'm not trying to talk nothing into existence, I really want to see how I would react. I think I got it beat, bro. Like, I really got this shit beat, bro. As long as you let me walk away, because I'm licensed to carry. That's a fact. As long as you let me walk away, because I'm always say peace. Now, if you follow me and go to touch me, I'm going to blow you out your body. That's on my beautiful mother. But I don't want to hurt nobody no more, man.
Yeah. Them days should definitely be behind you, you know what I mean? You're definitely supposed to be somebody, as far as giving, people advice and wisdom and tell them your story and try not to go down the path that you did back in the day when you was like I heard a little bit about your story, like I just mentioned earlier. The kidnapping situation and shit like that. You gotta you as an OG in the game supposed to try to tell the youth not to do what you did. I remember a story you told, right? And you was like when you first moved down south and how everybody was extra friendly and you didn't understand it. And when somebody would say, be polite to you, you took it as in a sense of them
Active
as
aggression.
disrespect. You know what I mean? Like, and you was really aggressive. And your people down there had to tell you like, yo, calm down. This ain't New York City. You know what I mean? These people are that's just Southern hospitality, and you had to learn that by living down there and shit like that. You see, I pay attention. You know what I
It's a
mean?
fact.
So you know, it's all about how to adjust and shit like that, bro. Like you got to understand this internet thing. It's a game where it gets confusing sometimes. You know what I mean? Because
Can I tell you something? I ain't even. I'm gonna tell y'all something. He just told me to say this shit. He just told me to say this shit. Can I tell you some deep shit? You ready for this shit?
what up?
And I know you know the truth when you hear it. Do you know that Saturday? Unfortunately, Carver was killed that Thursday. He was shot that Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. Do you know that Saturday he was on his way down here to North Carolina for me to go pick him up?
Oh, I didn't know that.
You know, ass Wax. I'm saying it right now. Me and Wax was going to pick the nigga up from the bus stop. You see that?
Okay.
You see that?
Right.
Wax watch my shows. He probably watching my show right now. He know I'm here. No lies. But Dice, yo, you know what hurt me the most, bro? I'm gonna keep it funky. And I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, you brought this up. You know what hurt me the most?
What's up?
Like to really, really put a tag on me without knowing me. But you know, let me tell you some deep shit. Unfortunately, I had to understand something. This is one of my mans from Brooklyn told me. One of my mans from Brooklyn called me. I'm talking to him. Shout out to Craigo. He was here. He be here. I'm talking to him with tears out my eyes. I said, I don't even believe them niggas thought that I would do some shit like that. You know what he said to me?
What's that?
You got to remember who you used to be, Dice.
Oh, okay. Remind you about your past. Okay.
Like he said, bruh, even he caught me one day because he caught me with a couple of the goons from Brooklyn on that situation with Roski. Shout out to Roski. I don't want that boy to get hurt. And I told him and a couple of other people, if you really love my mother, you had the pleasure of meeting my mother, what would she tell you what to do? She would tell you to leave that shit alone. So I'm asking you to leave it alone.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Even if it's a justified body, right? 9 times out of 10, you're still gonna have to go through the process. You know what I mean? And you still got to go through the drama and the lawyers and the DA and this, that, and the third. Who want to go through that dumb shit? You know what I mean? Man, he worth it, bro.
Her legacy is forever. And for something like that, to me, I think would tarnish her legacy. Someone died because of some lie that was set upon that's just stupid.
Especially when it started on the internet. I always resort back to people because people be like, yo, this shit, even though I even said it, like I said, 99% of the shit is fake. But every once in a while, and I always use this as an example, what did Taxstone get? How many years did Taxstone get in prison?
35 years.
And you know where it started from, right?
YouTube.
Social media. It was more like Twitter type shit. It was more Twitterish, you know what I mean? And it started off on social media. And what was Troy?
I say YouTube because Troy Ave used to keep dropping like certain indirect songs. Like he would just drop promos every 2 weeks.
Right. So let's just say social media for just to put it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
It started off in social media, and it started off by the work what we're talking about right now. Somebody trolling another individual over and over and over and over again. And when they met each other and seen each other in real life, people got shot, somebody got killed.
Rest in peace, Banger.
And 2 people are going to jail. Both of them niggas going to jail. One doing 35 years, and I don't know what the hell Troy Ave going to get. But at the end of the day,
how you feel about that?
At the end of the day, was it all worth it? This Taxstone was on the way, bro. He would have been up there with the Gilly and Wallows. He would have been up there with the Drink Champs. He would have been up there with all them big podcasts that we watch right now. He would have been a multi-millionaire right now. And he blew the bag because it's a situation where trolling gone wrong. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you something. What island you from?
My parents are from Jamaica.
So already I'm gonna go into it like this. I'm gonna say this respectfully because I fuck with you. We sipping. The reason why he didn't get to that because God didn't write that.
The facts.
See, what we see is not what is written. Sometimes we'll meet a person and say, "Oh shit, we're gonna be together for the rest of our life. We'll never break up."
Facts.
Inshallah. First of all, the energy. See, let me explain something to you, bro. I had to learn. I got to speak from what I've been through. When I was walking around with this wicked ass cloud over me, bro, it's like I didn't know I had it. You know what? Let me tell you when I noticed I had a wicked cloud over me. I went back to Brooklyn and really just, I always went back and forth to Brooklyn, but I went back to my hood like 3 years ago and just popped up 2 days before the 4th of July, right? People that was in the neighborhood that used to get high, it's not getting high no longer. Old time business owners, some of the young guys that grew up, some of the older people. When they walked up on me and spoke to me, like the older people, shout out to Miss Ava, shout out to Miss Helen, shout out to Trevor. These 3 people gave me the same conversation, and they wasn't around me to say this. They said, I'm so happy that you're here because we didn't think that you was gonna make it. Like I really, like when I was coming up, it was 18, 21, and 25. So when I got past 25, unfortunately, I was never a bad person, but because of my father being in jail, my father went to jail for killing a cop. My mother was working 3 jobs. My grandmother, she slipped. My grandfather, he got ill. He got diabetes, fucked him up. My uncle, he fell addicted to heroin. It's like I felt as though being in that home, I had to become a man quicker than I was supposed to. You dig? Like some people, like that's why I don't like these, what they call them, what's that word they call them? Dope boys. I can't stand dope boys. Like them loud niggas with them rims and all that goofy shit. Like that shit is the most ignorant shit I've ever seen in my life. When I was coming up, rest in peace to Johnny Greenlee, Fred McIntosh, you know what I'm saying? Stud, you know what I'm saying? Trevor, Glenn Porter, you know what I'm saying? Marty, Duke Monster, you know what I'm saying? I came up with One Arm Monk, Lou Hobbs, Pudio, Demencio, God bless the dead. It's like a certain stature that was like when we was coming up, you had to be really, really recognized by the OGs, and then you had to be snatched up by them. See, nowadays, the kids, they're so intelligent that they're accumulating money faster and they're stacking money higher than the OGs that are now addicted and fell victims. So now they're giving these children these OG titles because of financial status, but not wisdom. And I was always told, if you put a young person in a room with a bunch of older people, the wisdom from the older people will help that young person maneuver to becoming an elder. And then the youth from that young person will keep the elders more in tune with what's going on now. That's why I always kept the old timers around me, you dig?
Right.
When I see these cats on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've said this, if you watch my shows from the beginning, we have an obligation to correct the characteristics of all black people of ignorant, like that like to be ostracized just because of I might wear a pair of Tim boots, or I might have on a Cuban link, or I might have on a pair of Gazelles. That doesn't mean I can't sit up and hold a conversation with some of the most intelligent people in the world. I've had a rocket scientist on this platform, a genuine rocket scientist that worked for the government. Shout out to Weird Science. And I remember one time she said that she was in a store speaking to a gentleman that was going through something with his father over his wife. And this is the most realest thing I think I've ever heard in my life. She said the first person she thought about that she wished she could have got him in contact with was me. A rocket scientist told a street kid from Utica Avenue she wished she could have got us in contact with each other for wisdom that she sees within me that she couldn't give him. That's some deep shit to me, y'all.
Let me say something real quick, and I agree with everything you just said. Is my audio okay? Because somebody in the chat.
Yeah, you good. You crystal clear.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, What I learned, right? I like to use an example with YouTube because you're technically a YouTuber now, whether you want to admit it or not. You're a YouTuber.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
That's a fact, and that's no disrespect. It is what it
I
is.
love that. I'm serious. I appreciate that.
So, with that being said, you're gonna learn human behavior faster than you ever seen it before, just by analyzing these people that you watch on YouTube, whether it's a bunch of men on a panel, and you're gonna be able to decipher and utilize it in your real life. Now, I say that to say this: what I learned is that people are easily manipulated, right? And you would think that when you're at a certain age, you're over that stage, like, you would assume, like, before we have the information that we have now, we just think that children are the only people that's easily be manipulated. But there are people even your age in their 50s that are still very naive and very easily manipulated. I say that to say this: humans, believe it or not, even though they say God put humans to rule over everything from the fish in the ocean to all the animals and all that, but there are some animals that are way more intelligent than humans. Let me break it down.
Preach.
Let me ask you a question. If we take a baby monkey and a baby human and we keep them inside of a facility and watch them grow for 18 years, my question to you is, will the monkey act like a human or will the human act like a monkey? What say you?
Damn. The monkey's gonna act like a human.
The monkey's gonna act like a human. Well, guess what? They did a little research, and according to the research, and I'll probably get that information to you a little bit later, believe it or not, the human will act more like the monkey because the monkey will mature faster than that baby. Way faster than that baby. Up to like 10, way faster than that baby. So
That's
you know
right.
you know Tarzan, right? I know you know Tarzan. Guess
That's
what?
right.
Let me give you a fun fact. Fun fact of the day. Tarzan was based upon a true story. Dice Chronicles, a true story. Only thing that was a little bit fabricated, because every true story they got to make it a little bit extra for the theatrics of the movies. But Tarzan in real life was a black man.
Facts.
Check that out. Tarzan
Facts.
was a black man, but for, I guess, I don't know, maybe numbers and money or whatever the situation is, Hollywood made Tarzan a white kid and a white man.
My grandfather said, when you seen a white man fight a white man for niggas?
There you go. Exactly. So the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of humans are actually weaker than we think. We think that since we're humans and we're the one that's able to drive cars and build planes and build buildings, that we're actually more You know what El Compa said? I'm glad we're having this conversation. And I didn't know you were going to go live, but the spirit, and I ain't trying to sound like no preacher, nothing, but it told me to hit your link because for whatever reason I was supposed to hit your link. El Compa told an amazing story, and he used the analogy when it came to ants. I don't know if you remember that.
How they used the line and connected to cross the water. That's a fact.
Build, connect, build, connect, build, connect, build, connect, and they work together as a unit for a common cause. You tell me, can we get 1 million people together for a common cause to build something and get a particular goal passed? We can't even come together to get a bill passed, but in particular a goal passed.
You ready for this?
Go ahead.
You ready for this? I said this a few months back. Check this out. How does it sound to you? I said if we get some money together as a whole, buy 2,000 to 5,000 acres. Pay attention. We buy 2,000 to 5,000 acres, and the totality in the whole conglomerate, we're gonna have school teachers, doctors, lawyers, scientists. You know what I'm saying? Everything that could possibly be. Egypt, be quiet. But we're gonna start building up these funds, and we're gonna get this money together. How are we gonna get this money together? This is easy. Egypt, be quiet.
Is your dog named Egypt or your dog named Toby? I got hard hearing. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
Her name is Egyptian.
Continue. Oh, my bad. I'm going on mute. My bad.
Oh yeah, you went crazy though on that one too. We can get into it. But this is what I was thinking about. Number one, this is how we can keep the community together. First, we start renting off these little parks. We start renting off these little areas, these little community centers. what we do is we start having talent shows. We get everybody in the community from young to old. What we do is we get the grandmothers and the young ladies that want to be around the grandmothers that's trying to mature. You know, there's some young ladies that want to be like Big Mama. We get them together and we make them potato salads, them fried chickens, them fishes, them collard greens, them yams, them macaroni and cheeses, them iced teas, them Arnold Palmers. The older people, the older gangsters that been through certain things that fell, we don't throw them to the side. We sit them right next to the young gangsters, meaning the Bloods, the Crips, Latin Kings, Nietas, Trinitarios, whatever type of gang organization that you feel as though you want to stand for, GD, Vice Lord. Instead of us being divided, saying this is who I am, how about we come together in a conglomerate as a security minority and a coalition? Meaning, if we come together as a security from every angle when we start throwing these talent shows, because I'm going to show you how we going to keep these babies interested in striving to be stars. If we got security, now we got Blood, Crip, Nieta, Decep, Low Life, whatever type of anything, we got a head of every one of them that's going to bring groups and soldiers to protect the fort. Anybody that comes inside of that area with anything that harm or disrupt that will be punished. And the reason why they will be punished, because since we have all the leaders from organizations, I'm not going to say gangs, since we have all the leaders from organizations coming together, everybody is supposed to know everybody when it comes to the streets. The older people, the older men, what they're going to do is they're going to strategically put out the blueprints for the young, strong warriors to manipulate for security and advocate. The older women and the young girls are going to prepare that food. Them young children, them babies, this is what we got to focus on. We're going to have to start understanding what their dreams are and what their hopes are. We got to stop telling them what they can't be. You know what I'm saying? We got to start letting them explore their dreams. Put them in front of a crowd of people. Charge admission. It's for a good cause. You know what? When it first started out, like they did with the African Festival in Brooklyn, it was free. So what we going to do? Everybody got $1. Let's pay $1. As it grows, as it evolves, as the crowd gets bigger and bigger, this is when we go up and advance an entrance. But this is all going right back into the whole movement of our community as a whole. See, a community as a whole has nothing to do with ethnicity. A community as a whole has everything to do with righteousness, upliftment, and surviving. If we could eliminate the sucker shit, like all jokes aside, the revolution is not going to be televised, and I'm ready to kill a few of my friends because I know today they mental is not right. If the revolution started tomorrow, I know 10 of my friends, I'd blow their brains out because they would sell me out. That's a fact. We got to start maturing. We got to start getting our mind right. We got to start respecting each other. Everybody has a talent. We just got to find that shit. There's some people that's suffering from things they've been through as children that their parents, our parents, let's say as a whole, like my grandmother said, is just brushed under the rug. She said, baby, you keep brushing that dirt under the rug, you're going to have lumps all over your living room.
That's a fact. I agree with that. I definitely think, I definitely, I co-sign everything you just said. I definitely agree with it, But back to what I was saying, like as far as human-animal correlations and how a lot of animals, they know how to get on code and they have their own communities. Like I'm pretty sure you've seen this. A bunch of ducks or geese flying and they all in sync with one another. They all in the same perfect formation. Wow. They go left, they go right, they soar, they in the perfect V, whatever the shape is, and they all working together. And in order for that to work properly, everybody has to be on the same page. Fact. And that's the problem with us. Even when you see geese walking around and the mom and the dad, and then you see the babies, you got one in the front of the dog, the one in the back, and they making sure the babies get across. And you as a human, if you get close to one of them babies, what mom and daddy gonna do? They're gonna hiss at you. Get away, get away. We protecting my community, my family, my tribe. You know what I'm saying? This is facts. Do you know how a female eagle, do you know how she finds her mate? She
Let
has
me know.
two men. She has two men birds compete for her affection, compete to breathe with her. So is she obviously she's gonna pick which one, the stronger one, right? Because she
That's
wants
right.
her babies to come out what?
That's right. The strongest.
Strong and healthy. So
That's right.
what they would do things like Olympic, like literally like animal Olympics. They would, like for example, what she would do was she would fly her and spread her wings high in the air, as high as she go. So she's right there in the middle. She got male number one on the left side of her, male number two on the right side of her, and she has a big ass branch in her beak. What she would do is drop that branch, and when she gives the signal, that's like on a mark, get set,
Go.
go. And whoever comes and soars down and grabs that branch before it hits the floor gets to breathe with her. Now, I say this: if us as humans were to really, before we breathe with people that we are so-called attracted to, and really narrow it down to who best qualifies to, or who are best compatible with you.
Facts.
Imagine how many less broken homes that we would have in here if you was to actually get to know your mate, as opposed to noticing she got a fat ass and a big ass pair of titties, so I'm gonna bust a
Right.
nut on her because I want that moment of that fulfillment of that fantasy of that feeling of an orgasm with her. You know, not to sound too graphic, but I'm just saying, if
Facts.
we were to think with our heads as opposed to our excuse my language, our penises, imagine how we could come together and make families that would stick together and be stronger, be more unified. That's the problem with us, especially as a black community. We sit back and we breathe with people that we met that same day. How the hell can you build a life in a family with somebody that you don't even know?
My grandfather told me a long time ago. He said, "You know what black people need to start doing?
What's that?
They need to start doing all shout out day. They need to start doing what the Jews do. What the Jews do is they breed their children to love each other from babies.
Yes, 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 yes. Yep.
And financial inheritance is passed down upon family upon family. And this
Generation
is
to
how
generation. Absolutely.
black people, we got too much pride for that because we feel as though our children are too good. What we need to start doing is getting around better energy and stop being so goddamn competitive.
No, you said it. Everything I just said, you said it exactly the way I said it, but you use a different analogy. You're absolutely right. There are certain cultures, and not just Jewish people, but there are other ethnicities that you said that from them two are kids. They already ordained, and that wife and that husband is already picked out, and the mom is actually preparing her daughter how to be a wife, how to be a wife, and the dad
Preach.
and the dad is preparing his son how to be a husband or a hunter to be able to provide for that woman. And just like anything in life, there's a male female. Even when you come with tools, there's a male tool and a female tool, and that's perfectly sync with each other to make it make sense. And that's the problem with us. Like I just said, we feel as though, no, my mom and dad, they don't know any better. I'm gonna go find my man. I'm gonna go to the nearest bar or club, and I'm gonna find this man because he looked handsome or she looked good, and this, that, and the third. And next thing you know, they don't even last before the baby's even born. They're already broken up.
Yeah, like my mother said, you go to the. She said you go. This was her analogy. She said there's two type of women in this world. She said there's hoes and there's whores. She said get yourself a good hoe like me. I used to be like, Mom, stop saying that. She was like, no, I am a good hoe. And make sure you get yourself a good hoe. I said, why you keep saying that? She said, well, let me explain. She said, a hoe will call you one night on Friday and be like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? You'd be like, I'm all right. The hoe will be like, I was thinking about you. I was wondering if you was busy tonight. And then her whole presence and her energy is so interesting What you do? Yeah. Come on through and see me. She said, but when that hoe comes, she'll have a bag. You won't know what's in the bag. She said, but in that bag, there's going to be a change of underwear. There's going to be a toothbrush. And there's going to be some clothes folded up for the next day. She said, but when she gets there, if you throw the vibe off, because usually my mother said when she meets a man within the first 2 or 3 minutes, if she doesn't see herself having a physical, sexual relation with him right quick, it won't work. So she said, when you got a good hoe will come over there and be like, what we doing? She'll have some herb. You might have some alcohol. You might get something to eat, you know. And then if the vibe is right, she'll be like, well, you know what? I'm chilling. She'll spend the night. The sex will be good. The Friday will turn into a Saturday. If the energy stays up the way it was supposed to, the Saturday will turn into a Sunday. Right when you're getting used to her, she going to say to you, the weekend was beautiful, and until next time, I'll see you then. She said, but let me tell you something about a whore. She said the whore is going to do the same thing that the hoe did, but it's a little twist to it. She said when the whore call you, the first thing you're going to hear is she's going to call you immediately with the attitude because whores need to be saved. The first thing she's going to say to you is, I'm going through something with somebody. I'm in a bad mood. I need to get out this house. People are bothering me. Can I come see you? See, a hoe is telling you or asking you, can I come see you? Because it's your choice. A whore is telling you, asking you, can I come see you? Because she's indirectly begging. So then some dudes will just say, you know what? You can come see me. But she going to say, I don't have no money. Could you pay for my cab? But back to the hoe is going to be downstairs at your door. She'll tell you when she be there because she's prepared. Then when the whore gets to your crib, she's not even going to have a change of clothes. The energy is going to be so fucked up because the minute she gets there, she's going to be so selfish and everything is going to be about her. Instead of her giving thanks to the fact that you paid for her cab, you allowed her to come chill with you, she still want to come over there and run her mouth about what's going on with that baggage. So what you do, you don't even want her to stay, but you wind up letting her stay because you know how we think with our little heads sometimes. So the next morning, what you think the whore is going to do? She going to leave. She won't even get dressed. She'll lay in that bed the whole day. You'll leave, go get some food, come back, be like, yo, you ain't ready to leave. The whore be like, hell no. She's staying again. But what you doing? You thinking about with your little head, so you'll let her stay again. So Sunday, she'll get up, take a shower, ask you for one of your t-shirts, stay right back in the bed. When you're trying to get this woman out of your presence, she does not want to leave. So now you're going to have one of your friends call you or make up some type of cockamamie scheme where it's urgent for you to leave. She said, but that whore, she's not going to leave until you give her some fucking money. When you learn the difference between a hoe and a whore, your life will be much, much easier, my son. She always told me that.
That's an interesting analogy. I never heard it break it down like that.
Yeah, Sharon McLeod, she was something different.
Okay.
Like she had to do a lot of things. My father went to jail for 11 years for killing a cop. My mother had me when she was 19 years old. So you know certain things she had to do.
Right.
Simple and plain. That's where I get it from. I get my drive from my mother. My mother worked for Saks Fifth Avenue. She was an investment broker there. She worked for White Castle when she came home from work. And she also sold insurance for Prime America on the weekends. This is before computers, when she had to get up and get on the LIRR on Nostrand Avenue in Atlantic, 5:25 in the morning. That's what I get it from. My mother always asked me, why didn't you go to school? I said, I ain't need school when I got your drive.
Right. Yeah, man. But yo, Dice, man, it's nice chopping up with you, man. You know, we gotta holler at each other on the back end about an interview, man. It sounds like you're transparent and ready to, answer some real serious questions, man.
Yo, we gonna do it. I'm glad you pulled up. It's 3 a.m. I ain't even pay attention till it was that late. That had to be the Most High bringing all these good people together. You know, we ain't got, and it's 7 people in the building. That's the number of God. So, you know, I told y'all that from day one. I don't know what it was about the 1,000. You know what I'm saying? It got so many people because, like I said earlier, before we get out of here, as an adult, you should have an income and a life besides of YouTube. When you hit in broadcast, you should go back into your real life.
That's a fact.
See, a lot of people call me the Kaiser Sozek because a lot of people really don't know my life.
I gotta watch that movie, man. I'm hearing people say that name a lot, and I haven't watched that movie. I gotta watch that movie,
brother. If you have not watched The Usual Suspect, I am so upset.
Yeah, I'm a little younger, so man, that's not really my, you know what I mean. But I gotta watch it. You know,
The Usual Suspect. Yo, shout out to Team Guardian, man. If y'all not subscribed to matter of fact, before I get out of here, tell them where to go get you at, man, for the people that's watching.
Yeah, I ain't come here for that, Dice. I just came.
Man, tell them where to go get you at. Don't do that to me, man.
All right, say that.
Come on, man. Instagram, all that. We don't do that over here, brother.
All right, man. Yeah, man. I'll go by the name of, you know, Behind the Bar 3.0. You know, I'm just out here trying to figure out, making content. You know, I'll do interviews, and I do it in a fashion where I try to, you know, bring the entertainment to YouTube, man. You know, I just kind of like the stuff that I see on YouTube, man. I try to break it down and try to make it make sense and shit like that. A lot of people like what I do, some don't, but it is what it is, man. But yeah, salute to everybody.
I appreciate you, man. You home over here, man. Whenever you come over here, all you got to do is say, you already know. Ja! Because he's surgical with this shit.
Man, talk to them, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Artist Morrison, man, because this right here is the intro that they said in the YouTube Awards. They got me the best YouTube intro. This is how we going to do before we get out of here. Everybody, I love y'all. Another day alive, another day free. Y'all already know the rest. Let's go. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like high from who? Bout to put your car on skates. You think you slide through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.